Hey, welcome to another episode of Trailmakers Creations with ThatDomGuy. In this episode, we've got a couple of pretty cool things that I've built. We're going to start off here first with a Warhammer. Spawn this into the world here. Check that out. Pretty hammer-like, eh? I thought it was. Alright, so our cockpit's in the back here. We're going to jump in the back, hit H, toggle a couple of hovers in there just to keep it stable. Now I'm going to start pulling back hard. I'm just going to hold back. Slowly see our rotating servos in there doing their job. Hit the space bar. Off we go. Actually flies pretty well. Steerable. When you get summoned, you can just hit T and you get your extra burst. Almost hovers in place pretty well. Now landing this thing is a different story. As soon as the handle tends to touch anything, that's game over. Hasta la vista, she comes apart at the seams like a bad pair of shoes. But hey, let's give it a go. Because it's hammer time. Oh! Case in point, as you can see, like I said, yeah, just a little tap. It's like nitroglycerin, right? You gotta be really careful with it. It's gonna just explode out of nowhere. I thought the rotating pieces in the handle was a cool aspect to it. So yeah, it actually, I was really surprised how well it flies. It's got a bunch of wings in the head, but for having the majority of the weight, it must be balanced fairly decently. And of course, because it is a hammer, let's take it up into the sky. We're going to pile drive it into the ground. How do you think that crater got there? Alright. Hovers off, turbos off, head down. Away we go. Plow! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pure destruction. Beauty. Alright. So we'll get rid of that. The next thing we're going to bring in is we're going to bring in a hot rod that I built. I actually started by taking the armored seat and building an engine around the entire thing. Really complicated engine. It's huge. And then building the car around that. This is actually my favorite car to drive at the moment. As you can see, it's decent size. It's got a double set of tires in the back, single in the front. She's pretty heavy. It's got a lot of weight. Got the old kit card lights in the front there that just zips back and forth. You can see the size of the engine. It's just monstrous. Now inside there's a row of pipes. Those smaller pipes on either side actually raise up, and then the thrusters on top there activate one at a time in a pattern. It kind of shows that it's starting up. So we'll jump in. This is what I mean. Well, Q will activate the engine. See our pipes come up. Got our flare going on. And activate the lights in the front with L. Get our LED going. Your tail lights. nice circular pattern. So, just pushing forward, just the motors themselves that are in here. Fully at a decent speed for as heavy as this thing is. But, of course, we need to add some thrusters in there, because that's just the way we roll. Now, most cars get not very good traction on dirt or this volcanic rocky stuff. Actually solved that problem in this car. I mean, it just drifted everywhere. There was no way I could control the weight. So, as you can see, I'm going to build mode here. If we look underneath, I actually have a smaller set of spiked tires on suspension that push down on the ground as well when the suspension settles. These tires are on the ground as well, and they're fairly centered under the center of mass. So they give me a lot more traction than just the truck tires themselves. So this is a great drifting car because of the weight. Once you get a hang of the how much it weighs and using the thrusters to your advantage. It's got servos in it for steering that help as well. So, oh yeah, there we go. It's a giant red skateboard with a huge motor. So yeah, that's my hot rod. That's pretty cool. That's available on the shop as well. A lot of these bots that I'm showing you here, these builds are available on the Steam Workshop. So next we have our missile box. Right on. I don't know what you call this. It's basically a box on wheels. It's got 6 missiles, rockets, torpedoes, call them what you want. They don't necessarily fly in the air, but it's fun because it opens up and you can fire them individually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it's just a big black box on wheels. But when we open it, hitting Q, you can see that we have 6 missiles inside. Now these are the simplest missiles I can conceive of, basically, that would fit inside this box. Yeah, so let's see, fire number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, and 6. Nice. Close it up. Drive away. Thanks for coming. Elvis has left the building. So respawn that to reload your missiles. There you go. Now these are great for they actually do the loop really well in the danger zone map. We'll pop this open. Let's fire all these puppies at once. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now see, if you're an enemy bot coming this way, you don't have to be that accurate. You just send all those in the general direction. You're probably going to do some damage. Probably going to hit them. So yeah, that's my missile box. That was fun to build. Alright, next coming up here, we have the Dragon Fang Interceptor. It's a fighter jet I was trying to build with some moving parts. Some wings that popped out and the like. This is what I came up with. So as you can see, all kinds of lights, all kinds of fins. Thrusters everywhere. You can see thrusters in the back here facing left and right. Those actually rotate around when you go into intercept mode. It's like in the front here, there's thrusters on the bottom there. You can see that are sideways. Those will actually fold out and face forward when you go into intercept mode. There's like those wings tucked underneath there. They'll come out as well. So we'll pop into here. The cool thing with this is the articulation in the body for the steering. Really hard to see because it's tucked into the actual body. It's actually works right on. So Q toggles intercept mode, which fires your extra thrusters as well as folds out those extra wings. See what happens in here in the back as well. Get some extra wings tucked out of there. So taking off with intercept mode on is recommended. Pull back, hit the space bar. Damage, we'll do a quick repair. And this is flying in normal mode. Flies pretty well. Again, it's pretty big. Does about 260, 270. Then we hit intercept mode. Our extra thrusters come out, our extra wings come out. We gain about an extra 100 miles an hour. So yeah, that's a pretty cool one. That took me a little while to build, figure out the wing movements. Fairly decently balanced for something this size. See if we can bring it in for a landing. Oh, that was looking good. And it wasn't looking so good. Alright. And finally, we have our Mad Max escape truck. Now, everybody usually, most games, there's a version of this somewhere at some point in time. Decided to build my own. And this is what I came up with. Alright, so here's the truck. As you can see, we got the spinning wheels of death. Those actually are on pistons, which will extend out. There's the second man turret up here. It's controlled by the arrow keys. Spacebar to fire. So we got surprise in the back there. I'll show you while we're driving. So we get in the truck. Q will close up the back. Drive like this. T will activate the wheels. They'll actually project out while they're spinning. Great for fending off cars that are trying to get close to you. Into the tunnel. Now, when you're you're being chased by someone, sorry, simply hit E and then open up the back. Haha! Obstacles. So we have these. Come on, get out of it. We got these 3 balls that we can drop, detached from inside. Would have went with more of them. Actually, I wanted to try and get a whole truckload, but complexity limit. Shucky darn. Sure. Yeah. Double the complexity limit, at least. Well, I don't know. And then increase the servers potential for multiplayers. Alright. So that's the semi truck. Yeah, it's a pretty good build. A decent bumper on the front there, 2 seats in there. As you can see in the back here, this is where we got our 3 balls hanging there. The thrusters are to keep the trailer from flipping the rest of the truck. So yeah, that was my version of the Mad Max escape truck. Pretty cool to have little dune buggies chasing at it, shooting at it. But in this game, usually a couple of cannon shots and that's it. Game over. So yeah, that's been another version of Trailmakers Creations by ThatDomGuy. Episode 3 in the books. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you saw something you liked. Like I said, most of these are available on the Steam Workshop, so if you would like to try something or play around with something, go ahead, give it a shot. Enjoy the rest of your day. Ciao.